There are 3 miraculous plugins that every scripter should have. 3 plugins that when combined, you'll feel like Thanos when he got all the Infinity Stones. I had to go to infinity and beyond to find these 3 plugins. I had to dive into the deepest of depths and climb the highest of mountains. I'm telling you, I was out there searching and collecting plugins like it was Pokemon, bro. I know this just so I could bring to you. First of all, I don't want to hear, oh, this video is sponsored by so and so in the comments. Like, bro, no, I haven't taken any sponsors yet and probably never will, so chill out. These are just what I genuinely think the top 3 must-have plugins for every scripter actually are. With that out of the way, let's start talking about the plugins now. Alright, so if you've been scripting Roblox Studio for a while, you might have heard about plugins. Plugins are basically extra programs you can add to the studio to aid your development process. I remember that when I first started looking into plugins, I started watching all these different tutorials. They recommended all these different type of plugins for scripting, plugins for building, plugins for animating, and I tried most of them, and most of them were outdated. Like, bro, why do you create something and just leave it there to die with no updates? I could never. But yeah, as time passed on, I realized that most of the plugins that people actually recommended were either useless for what I wanted to do, which is scripting, or they were simply outdated. But what's interesting is that as I progressed in my journey as a scripter, as I experimented, encountered different problems and eventually solutions to those problems, I stumbled upon the 3 plugins that I'll present to you now. The first plugin is Autoscale Lite by Sackbyte. It's free. What this plugin does is it lets you automatically convert any size or position property of any UI from offset to scale or vice versa. If you don't have this plugin, whenever you want to change from offset to scale, let's say you forgot to start using scale instead of offset, if you want to switch the UI size and position property to its equivalent in scale, meaning like so it looks exactly the same as it looked with offset, you'd have to manually go into the property and start changing the values or start dragging and extruding the UI, praying that it looks the same in the end. With Autoscale Lite, you don't have to worry about none of that. You just select the UI you want to convert from offset to scale, and with a click of a button, boom, the properties are now switched and they look exactly the same. Truly a lifesaver. This plugin is goated. It literally lets you see your data stores. Every single data store that's in your game will be visible with this, and not only that, but you will also be able to edit it, and the changes that you make in there will actually transfer into the real game. This plugin is not free, it's like 10 bucks, but I think it's worth it. Personally, when it comes to data stores, I script a lot faster due to having this, and it also lets you review your ordered data stores, which is like a slightly different thing to data stores, but in its essence, it's the same thing. Don't worry about it. It also helped me learn and understand data stores a lot better. Scripting data stores is one thing, but having a way to easily see, navigate, and edit the data store is just golden for me. Like, bro, as soon as I found this, I was like, if you got the money, 100% worth the investment, but that's just my opinion though. I thought this plugin was not free, but when I checked it, it didn't have a price tag, so I guess it's free. Anyways, in my experience, much easier to animate using Moon Animator than to use the default animation rig that Roblox Studio comes with. Like, bro, that garbage. If you use that, you might as well unsubscribe. I'm just kidding. Please don't unsubscribe, please. But essentially, it's just more comfortable to work with Moon Animator. Whether you're a serious animator or just need to make some quick placeholder animations, you'll feel a lot better when working with this plugin, and your animations will look better as well. Also, it's a lot easier to add animation events to an animation in Moon Animator. I tried doing it in the default animation rig, couldn't figure it out, didn't find any info online either. And yes, animation events are important. You can look into them if you want to. I won't really explain them right now. And yeah, that pretty much sums up what I had to say. I just wanted to let you know the plugins that I use the most and the ones I find the most valuable as a scripter. They said, keep leveling up, bro, be safe, and I'll see you when I see you. Peace.